I hear you calling. Here I come, baby, to save you. Oh. Good morning, everybody. I've got R. Kelly on the mind today, man. So forgive me if I'm popping off with some R. Kelly first thing in the morning, which I know is a lot at 10 a.m. Central. Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone's having a pleasant day. I hope you get to chill this weekend, and I hope this is a very nice start for everybody, man. Good morning. Just take a sip on this shit. Oh my god, dude! One of my few I don't know, guilty pleasures, I guess, if you can consider it a guilty pleasure, is that I drink 2 cups of coffee every morning. So just being a little nasty. Wake up in the morning, just get riled up. Just think about every single person who has ever friggin' wronged me and sip on 2 cups of coffee and get my day started, man. Hello, everyone. Uh, BSO, what's up, brother? Good morning, Brendan. Good morning, Speegies. Good morning, Mama Lover. What a nice day. I appreciate you guys joining me on Christ. I think this is the fourth stream I've done, third or fourth stream. I really love doing these. So it means a lot to me that you guys join me on these. And I really love that everybody's so active here. And I really love talking about this shit. One of the reasons why I love this so much is because I feel like John and Jake, they tolerate all my spurging out about this shit. And when I get to do these streams, I get to really rip into the kind of shit that I'm into. Dude, there was this story. I know some, if not all of you, are aware of this already, but the Sides family in Ohio, where they found 16 feral kids in a friggin' house, man. I'm looking into that now. So I think by next week's stream, I'm going to dig into that pretty deeply. Today, I want to talk about the Tyler Robinson hearing. I found a very funny R. Kelly Louis Farrakhan video that I hadn't seen before that really cracked me up. I watched The Perfect Wife on Hulu, which is about Sherry Papini, just a real. I love a nutty bitch, man. And just something about an unhinged lady who's just making up lies which deeply affect the people around her as though she's filling out a Mad Libs booklet. God damn. Watching that last night. All right, if you haven't seen it yet, please treat yourself. I know it's a pain in the ass jumping back and forth between all these friggin' streaming services, but if you have Hulu, go check it out. Sherry Papini. My God, this lady, absolute fucking lunatic. On top of that, too. So she was gone for 22 days, and it turns out she faked her own kidnapping, and she went to go hang out with an ex-boyfriend in Southern California, came back with a ton of injuries. Some were self-inflicted. Others, she asked her ex-boyfriend to beat her ass to make it seem like she was really subjected to some torture while she was away, and he obliged her. How nice would that be to just reconnect with somebody from your past and just an ex-flame? They're just like, yo, I would like you to probably make sweet love to me, and then also I need you to beat my fucking ass. Golly, man. Sherry Papini. What a beautiful Italian name. That's one thing that I really appreciate most about the Italians is how smoothly these names roll off the tongue. The Sherry Papini. You guys want to split a Sherry Papini? Yeah, we'll take a Sherry Papini for the table, please. Good morning, John Cruck. Good to see your beautiful name in the chat there, brother. Dunbar, I know you're trying to share your peony, you little nasty ass. Lost in the sauce, what up, brother? Dude, I wonder how Jody Arias is doing. Thank you, JTK Jr. I wonder how Jody Arias is doing. I really haven't thought a lot about her much. I don't know if that's a self-preservation tactic or what, but I think I was kind of put off by her giving me that bullshit ass response when I wrote her fan mail asking me to sign up for her blog, man. I came close to re-signing up with Casey Anthony's blog. If you guys haven't checked that out yet, Casey Anthony is on Substack. She puts some shit out for free. If I'm being honest, and I'm not just saying this because she's a child murderer, none of it's very good. But she does have a paid subscription, which when I was subscribed was $5, but now it's up to $10, and I cannot validate. I think that's my line. Every now and again, I'll find out what my line is because I think like, fuck, man, what don't I find fucked up? What don't I find too fucked up? And the Casey Anthony blog was a good reminder that, oh, there's still out there that is even too much for me. And Casey Anthony, when I was like a month into paying $5 for her blog, and I was just like, you know what, this might be too much. I think because it was so fucking boring is the real reason why I checked out. But I don't know if I want to admit that to myself. But now it's $10. Casey Anthony, what are you doing on this blog? And it's nothing really riveting. I do give her a lot of credit for not delving into the obvious, which she could have been. She could have been, I don't know, she could have been, I guess she still looks great, so she could have started an OnlyFans or an OnlyFans adjacent program. I don't know what you call those, or she could have easily performed for the president or some shit, but she didn't. She chose to go social justice warrior, which is very surprising, and it's not going to pay off, and God bless her, man. Thank you, Murph. I appreciate you. Samuel Little. Dude, I think we did one a while back. Here's the thing. We've done so many fucking episodes of Little Stinkers that every now and again, I'll be like, fuck, did we do that? And I'll check it out, and we have. If you guys are into this, I'm willing to do this too, and I would love to do this. But even on episodes that we've done, I think there's still so much more that we can extract, and there's still so much more, not only new information, but I want to dig deeper into the episodes that we're doing. With everything that's going on with Little Stinkers, I just want to put more into it. And the streams are one of the ways to do that. But also with the episodes, I would love to really, really fucking dig in and just, just do more with everything. So even if we've done an episode on somebody like fucking, Samuel Little or Aaron Hernandez or any of these people, I think there's still much more friggin' juice to squeeze. Pardon me. So I think I would like to go back and just do addendums to episodes that we've already done, man. Good morning, Curtis. What's up, brother? OG Matt's Balls. What's up, homie? Matt's Balls. How much would I pay for a Casey Anthony OnlyFans? And don't lie. I'm not going to lie. I think $25, man. Matt's Balls, at my peak, I think I've probably spent $50 at one time, and at that point, I know it's time to dial it back. But for somebody like Casey Anthony, yeah, I would. $25 easy. Oh, Stephanie, I've deliberately tried to avoid Whataburger as often as possible. Anytime I've had it, I've really loved it, but as bad as my diet's been, Whataburger's friggin' everywhere here, and I've really enjoyed it every time I've had it, so I've tried not to indulge too much, baby. Oh, awesome. I'm glad you guys are coming to see Drew and I. Dude, I cannot friggin' wait to see Drew. Drew and I, we're going to start doing, streaming college football soon. So if anybody would be into that, I'd love it if you guys joined us. But Drew's my homie, man. I haven't seen him in a while, and I do miss him. And he's coming down here to Texas in about 2 weeks, a little less than 2 weeks. We're going to do some shows together, and then on top of that, we're going to do an episode of Getting Some Head, and we're going to do some streaming together. I can't wait for that. Oh, gee, Matt's Balls. Yeah, you got to unsubscribe right away, man. I learned that lesson. That was a very hard lesson to learn. Pepper Donks, what up, brother? Guys, I love doing this shit, man. I'm thinking of I'm not thinking of. I think I've already made up my mind, but it's so hard deciding what to limit these streams to. So I'm gonna add we need to hit Drew with a a 3X smoke detector salert. Yeah, he's got me going fucking full on Medea. Like, that's how harsh of a wigger Drew Montana is. He's got me going full on Medea just speaking about him. Let me hit the smoke detector chirp here. It brings me so much joy, man. Isn't it so wonderful how every now and again in life you could find something that's so simple yet brings you so much goddamn joy. And that's what that smoke detector chirping has done for me. But where I left off was I'm going to add a second stream each week. I want to do one during the week at some point because there's so many fucked up things I want to talk about. And I really appreciate you guys being into this too and doing this stuff with me. So I'm more than happy to do it. I got getting all my tech shit set up to make things more streamlined, make it easier to navigate through this stuff. And I cannot wait to do more with you guys. Oh, Lotus Lover, I really appreciate you, brother. If you made it to Afghanistan, you would have killed millions by now, Mike. I do appreciate you saying that, brother, because I always felt that about myself. But I really appreciate you. Yeah, baby. So with each of these streams, I figure we'll ease into it. We'll get acquainted a little bit. We'll just chat a little bit, and then we'll just get right into the stories that I have lined up, man. And if there's anything that you want to see on a future stream, just hit me up and let me know what you like. I try to stay on top of shit, and sometimes things tickle my fancy, and I want to just put it out there and show you guys because I'm very excited to show it. This feels like creep show and tell. So I really appreciate the opportunity to do this. Brother Kenny Wilson, I love you so much, man. You know I'm going to keep snapping on him, Kenny. You do the same, too. Kenny Wilson, man, I can't wait to reconnect. Sindel messaged me and was mentioning that you and her might come to the Rain Train Barbecue. I would friggin' love to see you guys there, man. Oh, my God. Dude, I've had this coffee mug I got this when I went to LA with Kenzel in 2013, and I'm honestly stunned it stood the test of time and has made it 13 years now because I typically break shit. My mind's telling me no, but my body... I cannot stop singing R. Kelly. Is there a canceled artist that you refuse to give up on their music? I think R. Kelly might be mine. Thank God he's locked away for a very long time. I don't know exactly how long R. Kelly is locked up for. Do you guys know? I know fucking Jared's getting out pretty soon, and that's... Oh, boy. What do you have to do to get locked up for a long time? I just don't think you can anymore. Yeah, Drifter, I could go in more on Dayton Weber too, brother. That guy, that is a stricken sick nugget, baby. Yeah, I just don't know what you have to do to get locked up for a considerable amount of time anymore. And Jared Fogle is living proof. Getting out in 2 years. Oh, one thing I want to do, maybe next week we'll do it, but I want to do potential sponsors that Jared Fogle will sign with. I think it's a distinct possibility he re-ups with Subway because they're both pretty dog shit right now. And I think it should be a full send. I think both of them are just like, fuck it, let's do it, man. Stephanie, I cannot friggin' believe it either. But there are other fast food chains that I think Jared could benefit from and could honestly benefit from Jared. Quiznos would be... Mike Trainer, way to go. Quiznos might be the dark horse in the Jared Fogle sweepstakes, man. He should do an announcement like LeBron did when he went to Miami. Jared Fogle's taking his talents to Quiznos. Dude, Quiznos is the kind of food you eat when your grandfather's dying in the hospital and they just happen to have one on the ground floor. I cannot think of any other reason to eat Quiznos. I don't know that I've ever had Quiznos. Jersey Jared. Yes, dude. Yeah, what if Jersey Jared gave Jersey Mike a run for his money? Actually put him out of business. Here's one of the most disconcerting aspects of this whole thing. There are so many friggin' sex offenders on the planet, but especially in the United States. I think if one of these struggling fast food chains decided to dedicate their marketing just towards sex offenders, they would probably still do pretty well. Yeah, X-Man, it's like when the Verizon guys switch teams. Yeah, yeah, Jenny, nobody's deliberately having Quiznos unless you haven't eaten 16 hours and you just need something before you determine whether or not you're going to pull the plug on your grandfather. So shout out to anybody who's ever had to pull the plug on their grandfather. Murph, thank you, brother. Dude, oh my God, Long John Silver's pairing up with Jared. That might be the ideal pairing. All right, Quiznos, Dark Horse. Yeah, next week we're going to have to rank all these, and we're going to have to come up with pros and cons for each. Doesn't even have to be fast food. It could be a struggling food chain. I think Red Lobster was ripe for a Jared promotion, but it seems like their CEO turned it around, which is insane because he's giving away like unlimited shrimp and all you can drink fucking Incredible Hulks. Yeah, I agree, Stephanie. Jersey Mike's is really having a moment right now. I don't, I can't. There's some things, again, I talked about having a line in true crime a few minutes ago, but I think with sandwiches, I know what my line is. I'm a sandwich fucking pig, especially when it comes to hoagies. And a little trick for anybody who's really overdoing it with hoagies, you start calling it a sandwich, and it doesn't seem like you're eating as much. However, I was spoiled rotten living in Delco and Philly for so many years that you could throw a stone and hit a terrific hoagie place. And there's Jersey Mike's all over the place down here, and I've been very vocal about how hard it's been to find a good hoagie in Texas. But I've been here for over a year now, and I just have not indulged in Jersey Mike's, man. T. Rhodes Firehouse subs. Other people have recommended that to me as well. Dude, I just don't know, man. I just don't know if I could pull the trigger on anything that isn't what I'm used to. Very, very fickle when it comes to hoagies. I belong to a hoagie group. If you're on Facebook, there's a very cool hoagie group called Hoagie Gurus. And a lot of times people do post really good shit, but other times people are posting absolute dog shit in there. There's a place called White House Subs in Atlantic City, New Jersey. When people post it, I wish there was a way that I could report post and it actually get taken down, but they don't take them down because people in that group love White House. But everything looks wet. I might have to try it when I go back to Philly and just give it a shot, man. But related note, I go back to Philly pretty much every month, and it's usually the first week in the month. So if anybody ever wants to meet up for a hoagie, Drew and I have done it. We've gone into South Jersey. We go to a place called P&S, Pause. That is truly the name of the hoagie shop. It's called P&S, and they make the best fucking hoagies ever, man. So I'll be there the first week of August, September, probably every month for the rest of this year, man. So anybody wants to grab a hoagie, I always got time. All right, y'all. So I kind of want to get into all the shit I have lined up today. The first thing up is the Tyler Robinson preliminary hearing. So far there's been 5-day preliminary hearing, which is determining whether prosecutors presented enough evidence for Tyler Robinson to stand trial on charges related to the murder of Charlie Kirk. Man, the older I get, and I don't know if this is something that just comes with being a middle-aged guy who's balding, but I feel that there's a conspiratorial angle to every high-profile murder. And watching the Tyler Robinson preliminary hearing, I've had one feeling, and that feeling is that some ain't right. And I can't help it, but anytime that I've watched anything this week relative to the Tyler Robinson preliminary hearing, whether they're bringing up his trans lover, his text, anything reference to weapons, it's just my prevailing thought is, some ain't right. Oh, man. Man, this shit is too much fun. Woo, baby. And the chirp is not intentional. Anytime I change scenes within this program that I use to stream, the chirp just comes up, which I think is a beautiful natural transition. So I'm going to leave it in there. But yeah, guys, anytime that I've watched anything this week relative to the Charlie Kirk murder, especially Tyler Robinson being prosecuted for it, my prevailing thought is, some ain't right. Oh, boy, what fun we have, man. But, all right, so I have a video lined up, and this is one of the videos which showcases some of the text messages that Tyler Robinson sent to his lover, Lance Twiggs, who, during the deposition, Lance Twiggs' suit looked like a proper guy, but hey, man, to each their own, man. Whatever you want to be, go be it, and I hope people leave you alone and leave you to do what you want to do with your life. But, all right, here's an aspect of this week's preliminary hearing with Tyler Robinson and they're discussing his text messages to his lover, Lance Twiggs, which, yeah, naturally, I'm a pig, and I love true crime, and I want to indulge as much of it as possible. However, something does not sit right with me. Thank you, Lotus Lover. I really appreciate you. Yeah, I'll do a stream where it's just chirps, and I'll dedicate them to whoever the fuck you want, man. But anytime I watch these courtroom cases where people are having their text messages read out loud for the entire world to see, not just the courtroom. In this case, there's millions of people watching this shit. It doesn't sit right with me because I know how nasty I get. My wife really knows how to juice the gears. We're 25 years in, so she knows, she could juice these gears blind. And I would be mortified if like my text with my wife got out. So I really feel for Tyler Robinson here, and because if it is him admitting to this stuff, which I'm not 100% certain, and there's some very, very odd language, which I don't know. I don't know Tyler Robinson. I don't know how he speaks. There's some very mechanical language, which I haven't seen any footage of him speaking yet. If anybody knows, please enlighten me. Is Tyler Robinson autistic? Because that might explain a lot as well. Red Driver Motorsports. Thank you so much, brother. Oh, thank you for my juiced gears. That means a lot to me. I'm gonna juice my wife's gears with that super chat today. I'm gonna take her out and treat her to something nice. Thank you so much. All right, Wolf J Loophole. It is 1,000% Tyler Robinson that did it. Yeah, man. I don't have my mind up either way, is what I'm trying to say, and I'm not just trying to say that for the sake of spawning conversation, but I just don't know, man. I think there's enough. There's nothing comforting about the way the government operates that leads me to believe they would not try to pin it on some sweet little patsy like Tyler Robinson. And before I dig into this video, isn't it funny how they caught him, or they have the clearest surveillance footage is of him at a Dairy Queen? I noticed this, was it last summer? What was that guy's name? Vance Belter, the guy who was going to politicians' houses in the middle of the night in Minnesota in a mask and shooting people. I noticed it then too, and it seems like it's becoming a thing. And again, who knows what's behind it, but it seems like in relation to a lot of these highly publicized crimes is that there is some food product placement. Now, Dairy Queen got Tyler Robinson. They sponsored Tyler Robinson. And if you think back to whether it was last summer or the summer before where Vance Belter was going around shooting people in Minnesota, his roommate worked for Papa John's. And they interviewed the roommate over the course of like 3 days. And for 3 consecutive days, Vance Belter's roommate, I got to find a picture of it. But Vance Belter's roommate had on Papa John's gear. And the first day, thank you, Rusty. I appreciate you, brother. And the first day, Vance Belter's roommate, he had on, I got to find this fucking guy's picture, man. So just give me a second here. But Vance Belter's roommate, he had on a Papa John's polo shirt. And then a couple days later, he had on the same shirt the next day, and then he had on a Papa John's windbreaker. Oh, here's his picture, dude. All right, I'm going to pull this shit up now. And by the way, next week I'll have a more streamlined setup, so I'm going to be able to just screen share. But Vance Belter's roommate, he's wearing Papa John's gear while he's being quizzed by the friggin' news. And it just struck me as odd that if you know that you're going to speak, now granted, who can anticipate what he did and who can anticipate being friggin' cornered right outside your house to talk about your roommate shooting people in the middle of the night? But look at this fucking guy. He's got his Papa John shirt on, which, yeah, I want to say Papa John's probably is not happy that he's doing this. However, man, great product placement. And by the third day of this guy being interviewed, I deeply desired Papa John's, man. So it's fucking working on me, and I have a feeling that Dairy Queen did the same thing with our dear Tyler Robinson. Look at that, man. Just completely unbuttoned polo shirt, man. That's the way that shirt's designed to be worn on a body like that. Great. Now I want Papa John's all over again. This is the wave of the future, is fast food companies sponsoring crimes. You don't even have to sponsor the criminal. You don't even have to sponsor the guy that did it. You could just plausible deniability. It's, it's just like, oh, what? It's the guy. It's his roommate is wearing the shirt. We didn't put the shirt on Tyler Robinson or Vance Belter in this case. But man, look at that thing. I wonder if he works there or he just fucks with Papa John's so hard that he's just like, yo, I got to get this for when I go to my next wedding. Either way, I love it and I respect it. All right, guys, we're going to watch a Tyler Robinson preliminary court video. Here we go, baby. So they're going to read the text messages here.
All right, Agent, I'm not going to go through every single message, but I do want to have you read aloud certain portions of them. And I apologize to counsel. These are not actually given a page number.
I apologize to counsel. Some of these are not as hot as you would like them to be.
I have page numbers, but I'm happy to confer that we're on the same page as we go. So here we're looking at page 1 of State's Exhibit 16.1. If you could read a little more than halfway down where it begins Wednesday, 11 p.m., will you start reading underneath that?
Yes. So this would have been from Tyler. It says, drop what you're doing, look under your keyboard.
And I apologize. Let me stop you there. How do you know that that message would have been from?
It's actually a Papa John's gift card under there. This is not relative to the murder at all.
Tyler Robinson.
That's just, so any of the messages in gray would be from Tyler, and messages in blue would be from Lance. It's just the way the iPhone distinguishes the messages. And also Lance in his interview also acknowledges that, who was saying what.
And up at the top, who do we see that this thread is between?
Tyler.
All right, sorry to interrupt you. So read that again, starting from look under the keyboard.
Oh, God. Dude, this shit makes my skin crawl because I could not imagine, even just not my sexual text messages, even like my fucking, probably my most salacious group chat is with Naeem, Foster, Rob Cruz, and Drew, and we're receding hairline white boys who can dunk. And there's enough wild shit in there as to where if that ever got read in court, like none of us would ever be allowed in public again.
So after that, then Lance responds, he says, what? And then he says, you're joking, right? And then Tyler says, fuck, I tried to delete that.
If we could scroll down to page 2.
Yeah, Dunbar. Yeah, great point. He's like, these don't have page numbers. So anyway, here's page 1. Yeah, it's like, yeah, does she think she's reading a book?
And if you can continue reading along.
Okay. And Tyler says, I'm still okay, my love, but I'm stuck in Orem for a little while longer yet. Shouldn't be long until I can come home, but gotta grab my rifle still. To be honest, I had hoped to keep this secret till I died of old age.
This reads like a Civil War love letter, man. This is really beautiful. Tyler Robinson should do this. Like, he should capitalize on this. Instead of Cameo, Civil War love letters from criminals should be the wave of the future.
Sorry to involve you. And then Lance replies, you weren't the one who did it, right? And Tyler says, I am, I'm sorry. Lance says, I thought they caught the person. And then Tyler says, no, they grabbed some crazy old dude and interrogated someone in similar clothing. I had planned to grab my rifle from the drop point shortly after, but most of that side of town got locked down. It's quiet, almost enough to get out, but there's one vehicle lingering.
We could scroll down to page.
Ooh, that's got to be exciting when you're hiding and there's only one vehicle you got to get past, which doesn't seem like a lot of vehicles lingering for the magnitude of that crime.
3. Continue reading.
Lance says, why? And Tyler says, why did I do it? And Lance says, yeah. Tyler says, I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out. If I'm able to grab my rifle unseen, I will have left no evidence. Going to attempt to retrieve it again. Hopefully they have moved on. I haven't seen anything in the news about them finding it. We'll update you shortly, or sorry, we'll update you by midnight.
Yeah, Powder Keg, great call. Is Val Kilmer fucking reading these? Oh, man. Dude, R.I.P. Charlie Kirk, man. Dude, Charlie Kirk and his wife both had pretty severe wigger phases. And I would love to see an alternate timeline where the both of them just went through life deeply exploring their wigger phases just to see how hard they could ride it out. And honestly, this whole crime reeks of, this is how like wigger couples want their lives to unfold. Like, imagine like if you're a wigger guy like Charlie Kirk was, you want your, it's like, yo, babe, it's like, yo, imagine this, yo, imagine like there's gonna come a day, right, where I'm gonna be traveling city to city, just speaking in front of people, and it's just like they're gonna line up, and I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna shut them down, no matter what their argument is. I gotta clap back for it, and everybody, not nobody can fuck with me. And she's like, yeah, you're right, babe. That's what's gonna be happening. You're right. It's a matter of time. It's like, as soon as we get bus money, you're gonna go city to city. Like, this is a wigger conversation that you hear while just trying to wolf down a fucking Whopper. And the pillhead wigger couple behind you is planning out their life, and it's everything that the Kirks ended up encompassing. And then as he unfolds his wigger game plan to Erica, she's like, yo, babe, and after they take you out for being too nasty, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to speak on your memory, and every time I come out on stage, right, there's going to be fireworks, right? He's like, yo, baby, oh, shit. I never even thought of it like that, baby. You a firework yourself, man. So that's going to be like a metaphysical experiment, you coming out in the midst of fireworks, because you are truly a firework girl. Oh, man. But snuffed out before his time.
And Lance says, all right, stay safe. How long have you been planning this?
Scroll down a little bit, please, Kimberly.
And Tyler replies, a bit over a week, I believe. I can get close to it, but there is a squad car parked right by it. I think they already swept that spot, but I don't want to chance it.
We can scroll down to page 4 and continue reading about halfway down. I'll stop you about halfway down.
This is while they were...
Patricia Heaton looks great at 67, and
All
she's
right.
finally
Well,
sharing how. Regular milk or oat milk?
Oh, right.
All right, guys, I'm going to have the ad-free version up next week. My bad on this. We don't need to hear about fucking Patricia Heaton's fucking almond milk
parked there.
consumption.
If they'd found it, I imagine there would be more commotion. Again, I'm sorry for roping you into all of this. You shouldn't have to worry about this. And Lance replies, does anyone else know? Tyler says, not to my knowledge.
All right, I'll stop you there. Let's move to page 5. So this should be page 4, so just scroll down 1, please, Kimberly. And if you could read starting... sorry, Kimberly, scroll a bit more down.
Kimberly, you dumb fucking bitch, start scrolling.
If you could read, I don't know, about a 1/3 of the way up that starts with guess.
Okay. Tyler says, guess I'm just sitting in my car watching reels for another hour, hoping this guy fucks off.
What reels do you think he was watching? All right, so if I'm Tyler Robinson, what kind of weird shit am I into that I'm using to pass the time while the cops are looking for me? I'm probably looking at all-time zesty NBA players. I'm probably looking at little people trying to climb counters. I'm probably looking at Jared from Subway fitting in the big pants.
And continue.
And Lance says, are you okay still? And Tyler says, yes, check and spot again now. Will.
Sorry, now we're on page 6. Continue reading.
We'll update soon. He continues, the squad car was moved further away enough that I should be able to move in. I backed off because I thought I heard footsteps, maybe a foot patrol, but the crickets here are so fucking loud. Gonna see if the road closer to campus is open so I can drive past and check shit out. Probably still closed off though. Getting worried, hard to know for sure, but I'm not finding my rifle. Could be in the wrong spot.
Dude, that's got to be so devastating as you lose Pop Pop's rifle in the midst of an assassination. I would be so pissed. Was his grandfather alive while this happened? If I remember correctly, the Pop Pop's dead, and it was a family heirloom, and he gave it to his dad, and the dad let him fuck with it. And yeah, oh my God. Imagine going home. It's just like, yeah, not only have I been arrested for murder, but I lost Pop Pop's rifle. Good luck with everything, Dad.
It says, do you think they found it? And Tyler says, dunno, they haven't published anything if they have. And then Lance says, why did you leave it behind?
Because I'm not going to carry a rifle through the fucking area where I just killed somebody, Lance. God damn, fuck. Even in the midst of trying to find solace when your freedom is limited, your lover just can't be chill about it. God damn. Oh, Tyler, I feel so bad for you, man.
Sorry, Kimberly, if you could scroll down.
Kimberly is on Kimberly's ass
Originally.
Today.
Also, does it have a serial number?
We could scroll to page 7.
No page numbers.
And I'll continue reading. I'll stop you on this page in a little bit.
Okay. So Tyler continues, IDEK, if it had a serial number, but it wouldn't trace to me, I worry about prints. I had to leave it in a bush where I changed outfits, didn't have the ability or time to bring it with.
And stop there, please. And then if we could go to the next page, page 8.
What outfit would you guys change into if you were to do something like this and you brought a change of clothes? Would you bring a funny T-shirt to change into? I would probably bring an "I'm with stupid" T-shirt with hands pointing in every direction. Wine 'em, dine 'em, 69 'em. If pigs could fly, this place would be an airport.
And if you could start at the
Dunbar, I'm with you, brother. I was worried about Prince too. I just knew he was going to OD on pills.
top.
Okay, so Lance says, was your change of clothes there, or was that also gone? Or did you bring those with you originally?
Yeah, user Kimberly's finna hit her with, "That's not my job. That ain't my job." Yeah, Kimberly is 100% a white girl, because there's no way that a fucking narrow white lady would talk to a beautiful black woman in court like this. You got me fucked up if you're going to tell me to fucking get my shit together in front of this Val Kilmer ass voice motherfucker reading somebody else's nasty ass messages.
Anyway, you could replace the gun, or would he notice? And then Tyler says, only thing I left was the rifle wrapped in a towel. I'll bet that canine sniffed it out. Little snitching bastard. Replace it, unlikely. I don't fully know what the gun was, because it was old as shit, and Gramps did some modifying. There was a 4-digit serial on it. God only knows who it's registered to. Hopefully some dead guy who gave it to Grandpa.
Aw. I do like how this is the first time I've seen a dog catch a stray in the sense of being labeled a snitch. I've never seen a canine dog be labeled a snitch, man. So shout out to Tyler Robinson for breaking my dog snitch cherry.
And he continues, remember how I was engraving bullets? The fucking messages are mostly a big meme. If I see notices bulge UWU on Fox News, I might have a stroke.
And then continue. I'll stop you in a moment.
Says, all right, I'm going to have
Yeah, wasn't Tyler the guy who wrote, "If you could read this, you're gay" on one of the bullets? I might have it confused with another psycho.
to leave it. That really fucking sucks.
Let me stop you there. And then if we could go on to the next page, page 9. And do you see the first blue message we see on page 9? Can you start there?
Yes. So Lance says, do you need it for hunting? And Tyler says, no, my dad wanted to use a high caliber for the rifle hunt. Judging from today, I say Gramps' gun does just fine. IDK. I think that was a 2K scope. Lance says, geez. And then Tyler says, OMW home 3.5 hours. Lance says, drive safe.
Man, it's got to be so nice to have a grandpa who leaves you a cool-ass gun that you could use later on for the crime of the century, man. I don't know. My grandpa left me $500, so Grandpa Ditzel, you know, happy birthday in heaven, brother, man. I really appreciated the $500 you left me, but could have also left me a fucking rifle, man. I could have used one when I was fucking 8.
And then Tyler says, delete this exchange.
And I'll stop you right there. And then, sorry, we're on page 9. If we can scroll to page 15.
Sheriff, we hope to keep things sort of quiet here.
And then I'll stop you there.
Okay.
And we can remove the exhibit from the screen. Thank you, Kimberly.
All right. I think that was passive aggressive, man. There's some kind of subtext here between this lady and Kimberly that I would love to find out more about. Yeah, Rita, entirely plausible. It could be a patsy, man. It seems like a very simple fella. There's nothing about mastermind criminal, but I don't know, man. Yeah, I'd lean towards that.
We mentioned a Cellbrite extraction of Mr. Twig's phone. Do you know what time that last
He even looks a little bit like Lee Harvey Oswald.
text was sent?
Yeah, I recall it was just before 8 p.m. on September 11th. It was, I think, 7:42 p.m. is my recollection.
I'm sorry, September 11th?
Yeah, you
Yes.
dumb bitch. The worst day in fucking history.
Would September 12th make sense? Or you're saying September 11th?
This should have been where Kimberly interjected and be like, no, the man said September 11th.
September 11th was when he turned himself in. It would
Okay.
have been September 11th. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Yep.
All right, I'm going to show just for the witness, States Exhibit 16.2.
I feel like
A year ago, I almost lost my house. So
Oh, man. Again, guys, I will have this shit lined up and squared away for next week. I'm going to mute anytime it pops up, though.
Let me know when you see that.
Okay, I see it.
Do you recognize this?
I do. Yep.
What is it?
This is just more photos of Lance's phone. And
How
these
do you-
are these are the sorry, how to bring sorry, go with your question, please.
I'm just asking what it is. So you said it's a photo of Lance's phone.
Thank you. Show me the 1099s. I'm going to check out that Dr. Richard Illies. Got you, fam. Thank you.
The Discord messages of that Lance had talked about.
How do you know that?
So Lance, in the first interview with FBI, shows the phone. The photos are taken by Agent Larson, and then these images are shown to Lance during his second interview, and he confirms that these are those same messages, and this is photos of Lance's phone.
You mentioned an Agent Larson took the photos. Do you know if he's the same agent that took the photos of this exhibit 16.2?
Yes, same agent.
And you spoke with him to confirm that?
Yes, I did.
Are you aware if Mr. Twiggs is actually part of this Discord thread?
Yes, he is a part of it. He doesn't, in this section, he doesn't reply to it, but he does state in his statement that he was part of that thread.
Does he identify whether Mr. Robinson is part of that thread?
He does.
And when did that happen?
Mr. Twiggs, anytime I hear the term Mr. Twiggs, I think of Ace Ventura when he refers to, what's her name? Sean, what's her name, is a big old Mr. Knish. He got Mr. Twiggs and Mr. Knish. All right, I think that's kind of it for the text messages, but Tyler Robinson, man. I don't know, man. Godspeed, man. I lean toward Patsy, man. I don't know. I just don't know, and at the very least, I hope we get more interaction from he and Mr. Twiggs, and also find out who the fuck Kimberly is. And you know, we're gonna give Kimberly a 3 chirp salute just for not freaking the fuck out on this narrow, just this narrow bitch who was just on her ass the entire fucking day in court this day. So Kimberly, these are for you. 3 chirp salute, Kimberly, and I appreciate you watching, Kimberly. Oh, dude. So next up, this is the video. Oh my God. So I watched this video this week. This was the first time I've seen it. I'm usually pretty good with keeping up with R. Kelly news. Somehow, it seems as though this video might have circulated before, but it flew under my radar. But boy, am I glad it ended up on my radar this week, because this shit fucking hit me hard. If you haven't seen it yet, boy, are you in for a treat. And this is a real special treat for all my R. Kelly heads out there. I'd never seen it, so... All right, so here's a little bit of the background on this. So R. Kelly had a long-standing relationship with the Nation of Islam, particularly Minister Louis Farrakhan. And as allegations started to mount against him, I think Farrakhan sensed that it was not going to go well for R. Kelly. So he invited him to the Farrakhan compound. And R. Kelly was Louis Farrakhan's wife, Khadija. R. Kelly was her favorite singer. So, boss move, inviting your wife's favorite singer out to serenade her, brought her out to the Farrakhan compound to just really give her the R. Kelly treatment, which is a dangerous game, man. I mean, R. Kelly's got friggin' videos. If you've ever heard R. Kelly's song, I'm a Flirt, he's explicitly telling you, do not bring your girl around me because I am going to take her. And Louis Farrakhan, say what you want about the guy, but the guy is as confident as the day is long, doesn't heed his warning, and just wishes R. Kelly would try to take Miss Khadija from him. And, we're going to give Miss Khadija a preemptive chirp. But without further ado, here is R. Kelly serenading the Farrakhan family.
I used to think that I could not go on, and life was nothing but an awful song.
All right, let me stop it right here. I don't know if you guys can see the size of this fucking dick print in these R. Kelly sweatpants. It's so prominent that this old man, he senses it and he instinctively dives out of the way like it's a bullet ricocheting. Keep an eye on this meat. Also, this video and this meat were kind of what got the wheels turning for me, and I'm developing a prototype of pre-meated sweatpants for guys that don't have a lot of meat. And brothers, I stand in solidarity with you. I'm not a big meat guy. However, I'm going to change that for all of us. Next week, I'm going to unveil the prototype of my pre-meated sweatpants here on next Saturday's live stream. So please tune in for that. But we're going to get back to the video right now.
But now I know the meaning of true love.
Look at that fucking dick.
I'm leaning on the everlasting arms. If I can see it, then I can do it. If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. I see me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly.
Look at the lengths this old man's going to get away from that dick print, man. God damn. Act like you've never seen dick in sweatpants before, man. He is going full on. It's like a scene from Bad Boys when like Will Smith's like shooting as he's trying to throw himself out of the way. Listen, man, I've been around some heavy meat in my day. I've got some boys with some heavy meat. First one that comes to mind is Tommy Pope, man. And it has a presence. It definitely has a vibe to it, but this is overkill. Diving out of the way when one of the most accomplished singers of our time shows up in gray sweatpants, which, come on, man. All right, I want to get a better view of this meat. Let's see if we can find that.
And life was nothing but an awful song.
I think We're close to it. Yeah, I mean, geez Louise, man. That's close to his knee. What a curse, man. God's a fucked up guy, man. Imagine cursing a guy with such a sexually evil brain and then also giving him a Looney Tunes penis. I'm putting these crimes less on R. Kelly and putting them more on God himself. Look at the guy in the background, just like, I think everybody's just trying to process how much meat is in these sweatpants, or maybe I'm projecting.
But now I know the meaning of true love.
Yeah, Jamie, good call. Chirps for the. We're giving 3 chirps for R. Kelly's dick print. Insane, man. God. All right, so we're going to analyze the posture of everybody in this photo. There's something subconscious that's like a true subconscious phenomenon going on right now. Every man in this room has crossed his ankles in a submissive pose when a massive meat and sweatpants has been revealed. How about that? Imagine having that much dick that when you enter a room, people, it's like there's a vibe shift.
I'm leaning on the everlasting arms. If I can see it, then I can do it. If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. I believe I can fly.
Sing along if you feel like
I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. I see me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly.
Yeah, I give Miss Khadija a lot of credit. Like, she really kept it together there. And one of the things, I'm going to show you another R. Kelly video here. This speaks to the discipline of Miss Khadija. Like, watch how the women in this video are watching. That's how you should act in an R. Kelly show. I hear you calling. Here I come, baby, to save you. Oh my God. How was Miss Khadija not acting like that? This is how you should act at a goddamn R. Kelly show. Fuck. To touch. I gotta move. Baby. Woo. And now that you've come around to see it in my way, you won't regret it, babe. And you surely won't forget it, baby. It's unbelievable how your body's calling for me. I could just hear it calling me. My body's what for you? I can hear it calling me. My body's calling for. Oh man, what a great sex criminal outfit this is too. God damn, I love R. Kelly so much. I'm tired of hiding it. I love R. Kelly. What's your desire? Baby, your wish is my will. Oh, yes, it is. Let me take you higher. Tell you how you could feel. Classic R. Kelly lyric coming up. So speak now or forever hold your body. Oh, my God. Nobody like him. Nobody can do it like R. Kelly. God damn. You don't have to say nothing. I know your body wants something. And it's easy for me to see that your body's calling me. Oh, my God, man. R. Kelly, why'd you have to do it, man? God damn. You had it all, brother. Good gravy, man. Unbelievable. Well, you had a good run, R, and you fucked it, man. You threw it all away, and you fucked it, man. Oh, man. What a life, man. All right, guys. I want to show you this. I'm going to show you this Sherry Papini video.
You never nothing, just an out. No. Yeah, that's what James told me. Until you can start telling me that James is a liar and start pointing things out. James passed a polygraph. This is my fault. You can pull him back in the room, like, hey, Keith, come back here. This is what we talked about. So that fear of him wigging out. Why is she trying to hide something from me? There is none. If you can help me.
Yeah, there's no trick here. We're just trying to make sure that.
All right, I'll give you a little background on Sherry Papini, baby. But Sherry Papini case, 2016, a few weeks before Thanksgiving, this was a Northern California mom who staged her own kidnapping. And there's the Hulu documentary. It's 3 parts. It's called The Perfect Wife. I watched it last night, and truly insane. And I love watching a lady who just, oh my goodness gracious, man. A lady who's just so deeply entrenched in her lies that she just stops at nothing to continue to perpetrate those lies. And there's really going to be, I don't know if there's ever going to be another Sherry Papini, who knows, but you really appreciate the effort that she put into these lies. So she staged her own kidnapping. She was gone for 22 friggin' days. And she came back. She injured herself. She starved herself. She ran away with an ex-boyfriend who lived in Southern California. And while she was away, enjoyed her company of her boyfriend, and eventually came back. She has 2 kids, by the way, so she abandoned her husband and her kids. The husband is a very funny guy, so if you haven't watched the documentary yet, please check it out. But I think one of the funnier aspects of the documentary is that the extent to which she goes into lying. And there's a grace period where police kind of give her space because they want to believe that nobody would go to these kind of lengths to put your entire family, friends, everybody who's aware of you on edge. And she just pissed it all away. On top of that, too, there's been a handful of weird disappearances in Redding, California. So I wonder if she factored that in, if that was any kind of like the thought process that went into her just saying that, okay, I'm going to try this, and people are just going to naturally assume that it's related to one of these other cases. Because there was a time where police thought that it might have been one of the guys who had been involved in a previous kidnapping of a lady that went missing in Redding, California, and they contacted him. That guy had an alibi. But a really batshit insane story. She wrote a book about her experience, which she was still lying about, by the way. And then eventually she was called out, and she changed her story multiple times. Now, the current story that she's going with right now is that her ex-boyfriend kidnapped her, which this is at least the second story that she's gone with. But at this point in the police interrogation, she is not, the police, they know she's up to something here. She ended up serving 18 months in prison, and I want to play a little bit of the interrogation so we can hear Papini's side of things.
Yeah, if you're comfortable to talk, because you can't be to talk to us, truthfully.
They're asking you, they're not asking me. Obviously, I would want to be here, and whatever needs to come out.
And you can change your mind in the future, too, if you
But
want
no
to
matter
change
what,
it.
it's going to get out. So.
If you sit on the toilet, bear down and barely.
The perfect commercial for what we're doing here.
Like I said in the beginning, you're free to go. So if you wanted to chat with them privately, that's fine too, but we want to talk to you.
And we can leave the room, give you guys the room for a couple minutes. This next stage of things could be benign, could be like, we forgot to tell you this, or, oh yeah, all of these things make sense now. I could tell you the puzzle that makes it all come together, or I can tell the puzzle that crashes everything apart. I don't know what that piece is.
One thing of note here is that she required her husband to be with her at all times, no matter what they were doing. Even if they were home, if they were cooking, no matter what they were fucking doing, she had him with her. And I think that was kind of a self-defense mechanism where if they're coming at her too much, that the husband would come to her defense. Now, it was revealed while she was missing that she was having affairs. So, This guy's a better man than I am.
Honestly, all I know is facts. All I know is certain specific items that will either tear the castle down or is going to build the castle up. And I don't want to tear the castle down and not give you the ability to then fix your own castle. Even if it's just a small thing here or it's the whole castle, I want you to be able to choose that. So we can step out of the room, let you guys talk, because I don't know what information I'm going to do, if it's life-changing news or if it's, oh yeah, everything's fine. I just don't know what it is. Usually, right, we show the pictures because everybody's invested in this picture. Keith do the drawings. Keith's the one who gave this stuff. So Keith has always been a part of your memory for small details. And that's why Keith's been in here this whole time. And that's why.
He makes me feel safe in you.
Absolutely.
He makes you feel safe.
Oh, that's so sweet. He makes me feel safe. This is a lady who was traveling across the country to bang other guys. So thank you, Keith, for making her feel safe.
Absolutely. And again, I just don't know what the pieces are. So if I would say, hey, this is going to bring the whole world down, I'd tell you, this is going to bring the whole world down. And then we need to talk alone. Or I would suggest we talk alone. But that's completely up to you guys because I don't know. Yeah,
All right, we're going to fast forward a bit, see if we can get some.
I want her to get in trouble.
she's not going to get in trouble. So the DNA came back to James Reyes.
Now, James Reyes is the ex-boyfriend who she ran away with, and they found DNA on some clothing that she left behind. Now, she concocted this whole story about how she was abducted by two Hispanic women who she constantly referred to as Smegma and Taint. Smegma was the aggressor, by the way, as you would probably guess. Taint's more of just like I could take it or leave it. Smegma is more of a problem, and I give her a lot of credit for differentiating the two on the fly. I don't think she really thought that out very well, but when I hear Smegma and Taint, Smegma is clearly the worst of the two. Because you could have a sparkling clean taint, but nobody's ever got a sharp Smegma.
The DNA that was on you belongs to James Reyes.
The picture in the, can I get the picture? The picture of the table is James Reyes' little brother who died recently. We talked to him. He's been on a polygraph. We talked to everybody around him.
All right, kind of weird that they're showing her pictures of her ex-boyfriend's dead brother, which she had nothing to do with that guy's death. I think sometimes cops just like showing you fucked up shit.
We have the rental agreements, phone rental, the car rental agreements. We have everything that says that he said he told the truth.
That's James' brother, deceased Nick.
She has nothing to do with
everything. You've told us so many truths in this situation. The reason why you can describe the room is because you stayed in the room in the dark for hours, for days on end. The reason why you lost so much weight is because you stopped eating. The reason why you got a rash on your arm is because you cleaned his house. The reason why the brand is because
my
you
God.
went to the store, bought the branding tool.
Dude, imagine, all right, so you not only find out that your wife faked her own kidnapping, but you find out that not only was she hanging at her ex-boyfriend's house the entire time, but she was cleaning the motherfucker's house. Oh, my God. Jamie, if you're watching this, if you ever cheat on me, please just do not clean anybody else's house. I could eventually get over you cheating on me, but if I find out that if you came home smelling like Simple Green, I would lose it.
And branded you. The reason why your nose was broke is because of a hockey stick. I know.
It's so funny to think that you're playing hockey while your entire family is looking for you, assuming you're kidnapped, but you're playing rec league foot hockey.
All of those things, and I know there was no sex. I know all of that because he passed a polygraph test that said it's not an abduction. She asked me to come get her. No. I rented a car. No. I drove up and picked
Flyers goal scored by number 21, Sherry Papini.
her up.
The Flyers are going on the Papini power play.
That's the polygraph test, Sherry.
If that's not what happened, what did happen, Sherry?
I don't know. No, there's no way. It's James. There's no way. There's no way.
The DNA doesn't lie.
His DNA is.
His DNA was on you.
His
There's no way.
Ew.
Robert saw you in the house while you were down there. While everything
Who's
spun out of
Robert?
control, his cousin. Why everything ran out of control on the initial.
There's no way.
It's 100% Robert's.
Yeah, Raccoon Money. This does seem very Gone Girly. And Gone Girl came out 2 years before this happened.
Or James's DNA.
We even collected blonde hairs from the room.
There's no way it's James. There's no way.
Tell you that it is.
Why are you saying it's not James? Why are you saying it's not?
He loved me.
What's that?
We were friends.
Mhm.
There's no way.
And he came and got you because you asked him.
No.
When was
Oh, man, I love how she's still lying. Like, they're deep into an interrogation. This is weeks after she's returned, and she's still sticking with her lies. I've mentioned this over the past couple of weeks, but I truly miss having pathological liars in my life. Yeah, lost in the sauce. Why can't you believe my lies and not evidence? Dude, the fake cry is great. And also, she's not doing it now, but in the documentary, she's doing the shit that... telltale sign of a lady lying is when she has her knees to her chest. Yeah, Scoots, I do have YouTube Premium, but for some reason, when I copy and paste the browser links into OBS, it doesn't show up as signed in. So next week, I'm just going to hook up a second monitor, and we're just going to share my actual YouTube Premium. So we'll avoid this in the future, brother.
the last time you had contact with James?
Every week, I'm becoming more and more of an Indian guy, so please rest assured this will be dialed in as the weeks go by.
Is that right?
I don't remember.
Was it before or after the abduction? Before.
Mama Lover 67, I grew up in Reading. If you went missing, weed or meth is almost always involved. This bitch wasn't even drunk, so she lying. Yeah, sober lying is really a lost art. You get it if somebody is in the midst of a meth addiction and they have to cover for all the weird shit they're doing, but sober lying is truly something else.
When was the last time you saw James?
Forever ago, when I lived in Southern California.
So the last person-to-person contact you had with him was back in 2006? When you were living in Southern California?
I don't know.
So,
Was it prior to your marriage?
It's him. There is no way it's him.
well, it is
The
James.
DNA tells us that it was the DNA on you.
God damn.
The DNA alone says it's him. And when we talked to him, confronted him with the DNA,
He told us what happened.
he 100% told us what happened.
He gave us details that nobody else would know.
And we can call him and we can all talk about it. But ultimately,
What's your take on the husband? You think it's honorable to stick by your wife like this, or you think he is a stone cold dildo for sitting in the pocket like this? Yeah, at a certain point, I would have just walked out of the fucking room. Enough. You're on your own. But I don't know, man. I'm built different, just like my license plate says. Built different, bitch. If you look above my truck nuts, you'll see my truck nuts on my car. You'll see the license plate that says I'm built different.
can you look at me for a second? Ultimately, we put him on a polygraph like we did Keith. Keith was inconclusive, to be honest with you, on whether he was involved or not. But 100% James was telling the truth. The questions were Did Sherry ask you to come pick her up? He answered yes. That was the truth on a polygraph.
Maybe somebody with more knowledge with me can enlighten me, but it doesn't seem like, why is so much faith put in polygraphs? Because the needles are jumping when I give answers? Yeah, man, because I'm locked in a room with two guys in Kohl's shirts. You don't think my fucking needles are jumping? Even if I'm telling the truth?
We asked him if the two of you ever had sex. The answer was no.
During 2016.
During 2016, during the abduction, he said no. That was the truth. We asked him if you asked him to brand you. The answer was yes, and he passed the polygraph on all of.
All right, so going to this branding element, she had weird letters branded on her right shoulder blade, and she had her ex-boyfriend do it. So it's like they're trying to make the husband feel better by saying they didn't have sex. However, she is cleaning his apartment, and she is making him brand her. That's my two rules, honestly. Cheating, you just move on at a certain point. But, you know, again, Jamie, if you're watching, just please don't clean anybody else's apartment. And if you ever come home with branding on, I swear to God, I'm gonna lose it. Do not come home branded on my watch.
Those questions. He took us to the stores where he bought the chain. We talked to the friend who rented the car. The car that he rented drove over 900 miles in a day on the drop-off point.
Sure, I know this is a lot to take in.
All right, credit to the husband for not just taking out his phone and playing Candy Crush at this point. There's to be able to sit there and listen to this and just know that she's not going to come out with the truth. And this is years in the making. I'm sure he's dealt with iterations of this in all the time that they've been together, but goddamn, this bitch is exhausting. All right, man, I think that's enough of Sherry Papini, man. It's so much fun to say, though. If you get a chance, watch it on Hulu. Sherry Papini. Sherry Papini. The perfect wife. I don't know about that. All right, guys. Hey, are you guys familiar with D4vid, the singer who chopped up a girl? He was dating a 14-year-old, ended up chopping her up, was charged with murder after a few months. Like, it was clear that he did this shit. However, it took them a while to finally charge him. So, September 2025, they found the decomposed remains of a 14-year-old girl, Celeste Rivas Hernandez, and they were discovered inside the trunk of an impounded Tesla, which belonged to D4vid. He went on tour. He chopped up her body, put it in the trunk of his fucking Tesla, and then went on tour. And he was finally arrested. So between September of 2025 and April of 2026, David Burke is his full name, but he goes by D4vid David. Okay. He was arrested in April 2026, man. Eventually charged with first-degree murder, continuous sexual abuse of a child under 14, and unlawful mutilation of human remains. So I want to pull up the court document here and get into this a little bit. All right, let me make this a little bit bigger, baby, so y'all can read it. Man, I got R. Kelly on the brain the whole time, man. I cannot not think about R. Kelly in a moment like this. It's the remix. Walking around the club with a bad chick. All right, baby. So we're going to pull it up here. All right. So the dismembered body of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas. I think that's her name, right? Yes, Celeste Rivas. Discovered in front trunk of defendant's Tesla Model X on September 8, 2025. The vehicle had been towed 3 days prior from 1405 Bluebird Avenue, which was parked approximately 400 feet from defendant's home at 1368 Doheny Place in the Hollywood Hills. Fancy boy. Zesty fellow, by the way. And I'll show a video of him in a minute when we're done with this document. The manager of the tow yard where the Tesla had been impounded noticed the strong smell of decay. Gross. Determined the Tesla was registered to the defendant through departmental resources. At the tow yard, detectives opened the Tesla's front storage compartment and observed a black cadaver bag, which he ordered off Amazon, by the way. And it seems kind of nuts that there's not some kind of notification that goes off when a fellow buys a black cadaver bag. Inside the bag, they discovered a severely decomposed head and torso. Plastic garbage bag beneath the black cadaver bag contained the dismembered arms and legs. Jeez Louise, man, this guy was really going nuts. However, the victim's ring and pinky fingers on her left hand had been amputated. And the reason why they were amputated is, all right, so on the pinky finger, she had a tattoo with his name. And I think the ring he gave to her, and I imagine he might not have been able to get it off. They'd been amputated and were not found in the Tesla. On September 16, 2025, the LA County Medical Examiner's Department positively identified the body from dental records as belonging to the victim. The victim and the defendant met in January 2022 when she was 11 years old. Fucking ew, dude. This guy... All right, after I show this, I want to show this video so you can get a kind of read of what fucking David looks and sounds like. But holy fuck, man. And this is a guy who was, by all means, successful. And had money, was successful. A younger guy, I think he was fucking 22 when they arrested him. Truly reprehensible shit. They began a sexual relationship when she was just 13 and the defendant was 18. Ugh. All right, so they identified a phone, and during the call, a defendant claimed he had spoken to the victim on February 13th or 14th, but stated he was unaware she was a minor or that she had been reported missing. Dude, there's a video. He would stream with this girl. He would bring her on tour with him. And I just don't know how he didn't think this was ever going to blow up in his face. They did a welfare check and determined that she was a 13-year-old runaway. The defendant claims he was unaware she was a minor and he had only met the victim once in person in November 2023. However, defendant showed deputies a yearbook photo of the victim he had on his cell phone. Although he claimed to be unaware of where the victim was at the time, she returned home 2 days later. And despite being informed by law enforcement she was only 13, the defendant continued to pursue her. And he paid a junior high school. All right, Jesus Christ, man. If you got to resort to paying, like interacting with junior high school classmates, man, maybe it's time to move on. Paid a junior high school student in the victim's class $1,000 to give the victim a cell phone that the defendant had purchased so they could stay in contact. All right, weird thing to do. And spent a significant amount of time with the defendant, including summer weekends at his home in the Hollywood Hills and traveling with him to Vegas, London, and Texas to meet his family. Dude, what the fuck? Text messages between the victim and defendant contained references to sex, pregnancy, abortion, and use of the Plan B emergency contraceptive. There are also explicit photographs documenting and corroborating their sexual relationship. 2024, the defendant and the victim broke up, although they continued to communicate, and text messages suggest they also continued to have sexual relations. Jeez Louise, man. All right, so it says here he's making multi-million dollars. He had an emerging multi-million-dollar career already in progress. He had multiple product endorsements, which were highly profitable. There's got to be somebody that's aligned with one of these products or all of these products that should be like, all right, so that girl looks pretty young, man. Maybe we should at least question him on this and see what is up with this. But, man, I guess, man, Axe Body Spray will fucking sponsor anybody. Approximately 8:40 on April 23rd, 2025, defendant sent an Uber to transport the victim from her Lake Elsinore home to his residence. They communicated before and during her Uber ride, which dropped her off at the defendant's Hollywood Hills home around 10:10 p.m. At approximately 10:30, the defendant sent text messages to the victim inquiring where she was. Tale as old as time, man. Why do guys still think texting a dead person's phone is going to make them look okay? That it's going to exonerate them and to make police think that, like, yeah, never mind the decomposing remains in my Tesla. I was clearly texting this girl because I didn't know where she was. It was all part of the defendant's plan to cover up the murder as she was already dead by this time. Knowing he had to silence the victim before she ruined his music career as she had threatened. There's also a stream that I saw where she's fucking around because she's fucking 13. And David's mentioning things about himself, and she mentions that he likes underage girls, and he abruptly ends the stream. And I wonder if that was like the moment where he's like, I'm going to do something about this. Soon after her arrival at his home, defendant stabbed the victim to death multiple times and stood by while she bled out. At no time did he call law enforcement to take her to an emergency room or attempt to save her life. Oh, man. Yeah, this shit's fucking really bleak. All right, so he bought tools. Defendant bought tools to carry out his plot to dismember and dispose of the victim's body. On April 24th, the defendant ordered a shovel from Home Depot that was delivered to his home from Postmates. On May 1st, which is a week later, the defendant ordered and subsequently Amazon delivered 2 chainsaws to his home. Why? Why do you need a second one, David? Then ordered a body bag, heavy-duty laundry bags, and a blue inflatable pool to his home. I guess you want to chill in the sun. I think what he actually did was he put her body in the pool so it wouldn't make much of a mess. I mean, David, what the fuck, man? All right, they searched his home, and inside the garage, they discovered evidence consistent with the dismemberment of the victim's body in the inflatable pool. There it is, which contained multiple linear cuts. Several biological samples, which tested positive for blood, were collected within the garage area and matched the victim's unique genetic profile. And there were 2 fatal wounds. Man, oh man. All right, so what I want to show you next, this is a video of David so you can get a feel for what this guy is and what he's about and what this little nasty ass is up to. And
we enjoy you this moment.
This is not all right, we don't have this squirrel next to David. All right, this is definitely not David. This might be a David. I don't know, man. But this is not my David. This is not the David I know, baby. All right, let me get this shit queued up. But, yeah, once you see this fucker, you're going to get a pretty good feel for what this guy is. He strikes me as a con artist, definitely a narcissist, and definitely a guy who is young, is wealthy, is probably feeling himself, and knows he could get away with a lot of shit that normal people cannot get away with, and is really fucking taking advantage of all the entrapments that and all the trimmings that living this kind of lifestyle entail. God damn, I still got R. Kelly on the brain as I bring this shit up. All right, here we go, baby. What's your desire? I remember reading about this and seeing people talking about, like, why hasn't this guy been arrested? And gradually I was like, all right, I got to check out this shit and see what this is about. And it took a very long time for this fucking guy to get arrested, even though they found this girl's body in his fucking Tesla. It's the remix. Walking around a club with a bad bitch. All right, so this is the girl in the video with him, and she's talking about, she just said she's a kid. She's saying kid things out loud, and she mentions that he's doing inappropriate things with her. All right, got to pull that one back, man. Always sus when a guy wearing the Princess Peach hat is never a good sign for a man. Very zesty. I don't know that I've ever seen a guy wear this kind of hat. All right, baby, let me get some audio for you here. All right, baby, we're going to pop off now. I got y'all audio.
In the back of my mind,
I didn't
physically, but in the back of my mind, she
We need to delete this.
All VODs, and then as soon as the stream ends, delete the stream too.
Where'd it go wrong? Ghost. Where did you go? Afterlife?
David has just given his first reaction to Celeste passing away. Fans even wrote, "There's no way that's David's first response to all of this happening. If he knows he's innocent, shouldn't he have gone about it in a different way, rather than letting his career go down like this?" To understand his response, it's important to know he did it after an old interview went viral, where David said he wants to live on an island with no social media in 4 years. It's the same amount of time until Celeste would have turned 18.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Okay, so the plan is hopefully this music thing takes off crazy next year.
Why is he saying, why are you saying that like you're not like up there?
Well, I'm not there yet, but hopefully it's like even crazier next year. And then I go on crazy year after year for the next 3 years. And then on the 4th year, I retire. And on the 5th year, I'm off the grid, living somewhere like on an island with this crazy crib. No social media, no digital footprint. I'm just gone. I'm just gone. In 5 years, I'm gonna be gone.
Will you still remember me?
Yeah, bro. You'll have like the secret codes to the mansion.
Yeah?
You can pull up on every.
What's the secret code? Give us the first 2 numbers.
Absolutely.
It's crazy. I mean, I'm old as shit, but like, do you guys ever feel like there's these people, there's so many people in entertainment that are just wildly successful and you have no fucking idea they exist until something like this happens? Yeah, I got I had no idea who this fucking David fellow was. But apparently pretty popular and truly nasty, man.
Not.
Fans noticed the question was where he wanted to be in 5 years, but he mentioned specifically where he wanted to be in 4. One comment wrote, "This clip was posted in January of this year, so she was 14, meaning in 4 years she was turning 18, and later in the year she was turning 15, so she was 3 years away from 18, which is why he said 3 to 4 because he was basing it off her birthday. Although more evidence was found, as David was spotted in a picture at one of his recent concerts where he wore new bracelets, which just so happened to match the bracelets that Celeste wore in another photo. Due to this, it was announced, California police currently locating famous artist David for arrest. Police have questions about his relationship with person found inside his Tesla. With all this evidence popping up on
That's
the
the thing
internet,
about police, man. They're always going to want to find out your relationship to the people they find in your Tesla. I would love to, I don't know, man. I don't know how easy it is to gain access to people in prison and just like try to have honest conversations with them. Not that he would be forthcoming with me, but to find out, dude, why would you leave why would you leave a chopped up body in your car and not think that you're going to get caught? Seems coherent. I don't know. I know people have psychotic breaks, but there's got to be a point where he thinks, all right, maybe this wasn't the most thought out plan, the most well thought out plan. I take back what I said about Amazon alerting police when you buy a black body bag. Amazon should alert police when a man buys one of these bonnets.
and the police actively investigating him. Fans just realized he's been playing Fortnite. If anyone's wondering where David is at, he's lurking and literally been playing Fortnite, as they found his Fortnite account and found he had been playing games within the last hour. But investigators quickly realized this wasn't his only response, as the police caught on to the music ties David had with Celeste, as they realized David's major hit song, Romantic H-Word, was released on September 7th, and the police connected that to Celeste's birthday, as it looks like—
All right, maybe I'm showing my age here, but what's the H-word?
David posted this song as a message to her in 2022. And when you check the lyrics, it gets even weirder, as the lyrics say, "In the back of my mind, you passed. In the back of my mind, I got you. And I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it, but it's true." As we saw David break down the lyrics from the song in his Genius interview.
In the back of my mind, you died. It's kind of like the storytelling aspect of the lyrics that came before it, in a way that it builds up to the big moment where she, in the back of my mind. Like, I didn't physically, but in the back of my mind, she died. And I didn't even cry, not a single tear.
Some fans think it's a reach, but you can't deny how weird it is.
Very weird, very telling. I got into Juice WRLD late, and once I got into Juice WRLD, I was like, oh shit, this guy rocks. I got to see when he was on tour. Then I realized, like, oh fuck, he's dead. But it still reminded me of a lot of Juice WRLD lyrics, because in every fucking song, the guy's like, dude, I got to stop taking pills. They're going to kill me. And everybody's like, yeah, dude, incredible song.
Key piece of evidence is his computer, and most importantly, his Discord account. With it announced, new confirmed leaked messages from David on Discord reveals his relationship with Celeste, with her allegedly being pregnant. Where messages from David were seen in his Discord server 1 year ago. He said, "I'll join the group chat with wifey and give you all the story time. Me and deleted user got a kid on the way." People inside the server copied the ID of the deleted user's account, and it's confirmed to be Celeste, because the same account posted 2 photos in the server, with the first being a picture of Celeste's hand, with David tattooed on her finger in red, with the other looking like it was a picture of Celeste and David backstage at one of his shows. This would get the attention of academics who looked into his song titles.
Crashing. Where'd it go wrong?
Do you think a guy becomes so successful that he thinks he can just get away with anything? That's got to be the case here, because he seems like a pretty bright, intelligent guy. Like, do you think fame warps you that badly as to where you're just like, yo, there's nothing I can do that's going to come back to haunt me?
Ghost.
Dude, academics is so funny.
Where did you go?
Yeah.
Afterlife.
Dude, I love academics. Has like the ideal goon cave, and honestly, if I just added different lighting, this would probably be a pretty good goon cave.
Although academics found a video that David posted where he cleans Celeste's shoes. Near the end of the video, the shoes look identical to the picture of her shoes on the left.
All right, that's very weird. Yeah, don't even try to holler at me unless you're willing to clean my Jordans.
The hints and clues are hidden all
Live.
throughout his social medias. Fans even found this new picture of David wearing a blue wig in a picture. And to no surprise, Celeste was
humiliation
also...
ritual. Oh boy, they got to him. All right, so now this makes more sense. I wonder if he thought like, okay, I went along with the humiliation ritual, so therefore the Hollywood elites are going to come and get me out of this one. Tale as old as time, David, but they didn't.
Spotted wearing the blue wig in another picture. This resulted in Celeste's brother speaking out. "Why are people lying, saying that I knew more? I didn't. So I don't know why people are lying, trying to make me look bad. Celeste did nothing but love me. I was one of the only people she loved. I never knew information about anything until the last time she left." However, new evidence suggests that David tried hiding evidence, lying, saying that I knew more. I didn't. So I don't.
All right, what's he got in there? No, I don't know if it's McDonald's. Is that McDonald's? All right, looks like it says hot and spicy. Those look like McDonald's sauce containers. All right, if there's any fast food aficionados in the chat, please let us know if that wrapper doesn't look like McDonald's. What is that? So he lived out in Hollywood. Please let us know if you're aware of what that is, which... Yeah, if you're denying involvement in a murder, it might be genius. I don't know, because you're pairing it with like shit. Like now you're going to make people hungry. They almost forget about what you're saying in the message, because like right now, I didn't even think about looking at the fucking words. I'm just preoccupied with what he might have in his fast food bag right there. All right. Surfboard Charlie, looks like Zaxby's sauce. I thought Zaxby's was just coffee. Dude, again, going back to the Vance Belter, going back to Tyler Robinson, I think fast food places are sponsoring murders. All right, Taco Bell, you're up.
I don't know why people are lying, trying to make me look bad. Celeste did nothing but love me. I was one of the only people she loved. I never knew information about anything until the last time she left. However, new evidence suggests that David tried hiding evidence online of him being with Celeste.
Romantic homicide. Thank you, Coming Up Roses gang. I thought it was like fucking Heatard or Higger.
Because it was announced, a resurfaced clip of David from January 11th, 2024 shows him with Celeste Rivas on stream, where he tells the mods to delete all videos and clips after he ends the stream.
Yo, wait.
Oh, look it. Answer that one. That's so mean if you don't answer
Which one? What's good, David? Big fan, big spot me. Oh, thank you. Mitchell.
I gotta stop with him if you even.
We
need to delete this.
Maz, can we delete all VODs? And then as soon as the stream ends, delete the stream too?
This resulted in rappers reacting, "This is crazy. Street."
All right. So I noticed a different inflection in the way he spoke there, which is definitely sus, but he is 22.
Bro, thank you. Mitchell.
I gotta stop with him if you even.
Are we
We need to delete this.
Are we, Maz, can we delete all VODs? And then as soon as the stream ends, delete the stream too?
This resulted in rappers reacting, "This is crazy." Street guys even sharing this back and forth.
Yo, Proto Cicada, Long John Silver strikes again. Yeah, man, I'm with you, man. He's slapping us in the face with it. Coming up roses. Yeah, I agree, man. I can't stand this guy. Just a real no good Nick, man. Ew.
But we then saw a reporter share new information on the situation. The house where a search warrant was done yesterday, near where the Tesla registered to David was found with Celeste in its front trunk. It appears to be linked to David or linked to someone close to him. In a Google map,
it appears to be linked. No shit, it's his fucking car.
Image for 2024, a black Tesla similar to David's is parked at his house. The property is currently listed for lease at $20,000 per month and has been on the market since January. It also happens to be Halle Berry's former house. Also, there are tons of black Teslas in.
Man, that's the sign of making it. If you could commit crimes in Halle Berry's house, man, dude, I can't wait. Like, I consider myself a success. I'm able to do all the fun shit I want to do, but there are clear levels to success. Like, if I was able to kind of, you know, do down low midget tossing in Mr. Bean's old mansion, that would be the height of opulence for me. Or to drink from an unflushed toilet with Woody Harrelson's piss, man. There's levels to this.
In LA. I have no idea if this is the same Tesla, but I wouldn't be surprised. As located on the street of David's home, the Tesla sits parked, but it's important that it was a Tesla. Because if David had the camera recording turned on for the car, then there will be video proof of who was responsible. The police will have video footage of the crime happening, as the Tesla records from all angles of the car. But what's interesting is that David reported his Tesla missing while he was out on tour. But with a Tesla, it doesn't really make sense to report it stolen or missing. Not only are they hard to steal because of the security features, but he was out on tour and busy. But it's also hard for the Tesla to be missing because an owner of the car can see its location at any time. In case you didn't know, inside the Tesla app, you can view the current
certified retard, man. Open and shut case, man. X-Man TidX. No, I love your name, brother. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, thank you, the Tommy Appleseeds. Don't forget to smash that motherfucking like button. I would appreciate that, man. If you guys aren't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the Little Stinkers channel, man. Doing a bunch of great stuff here. We put out a bunch of great videos, and I'm only going to be doing more too. Right now, we're doing more right now. It's like every week, I'm going to be doing at least one stream. I'm going to up it to 2. I really enjoy doing this shit. I really enjoy talking about these creeps and singing R. Kelly for everybody.
GPS location of the car. So why would David report it missing if he could have easily seen where it was? Unless he wanted to have it on the record, he reported it missing, so the blame would be shifted off of him.
David Tesla was repoed on September 8th. He started his tour August 5th, 9th. They said the car was sitting for over 30 days before it got repoed. He reported it missing in between that, but it's been sitting before he started his tour. He called to report a Tesla missing. Now chat, anybody in chat, go to Google and say, can I call Tesla? If my Tesla is missing, can I call Tesla to track it? Watch what it shows you. To call Tesla, a Tesla of all cars you reported missing. When you can call Tesla and get it tracked, that don't make sense. They said the car was sitting for over.
Bro, listen, I've had cars that nobody would have even thought to look in for bodies, man. You got to get one of those, man. You got to get. I've had a Geoprism that would have been perfect for, you know, if I cut up John and Jake, that I would put them in my Geoprism. I don't think I would ruin the trunk of my Chrysler 300 that I once had. I could definitely put them in the trunk of my Ford Focus that I had. Like, there's cars that are designed for this shit. Definitely not a friggin' Tesla, dipshit. Isn't it so frustrating? Like, when you see guys where you're just criminals that are just like, yo, I'm too smart for this shit, and then there's nothing intelligent about the way they go about committing their crimes that they think they're going to get away with. But again, I think it just goes back to him being so successful at such a young age and thinking that he could do absolutely anything without repercussions.
Over 30 days. So from when the car was impounded on the 8th, we can add 31 days plus add some change. That's days, if not.
Dude, Delta 88 would be another good car to look, man. There's cars for this.
That's why he did that.
Although David's home was also searched by the police. As the news wrote, the police have searched a home where singer David had reportedly been staying. Although a concerning clip came out that many fans believe is Celeste, as you can see her hanging out with David with 2 ponytails and waving her hand.
Yeah, that's order. Order. Order.
Why you look good?
Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Don't be shy.
W's in the chat, man.
Because fans realize she is wearing the same Gap sweater that is on her missing persons poster. She's even wearing similar wide lens glasses in the stream, similar to the confirmed photo of David and Celeste on FaceTime, as you can see her wearing the glasses and them being on FaceTime with a friend. Although Discord messages revealed when Celeste might have joined the Discord for the first time. As David asked in 2022, "Is Celeste in here?" She responds, "Hi David." With the news sharing, the Discord messages revealed David was dating Celeste when she was 12 and he was 17 years old. Her last message on Discord was 3 months before she went missing in 2024. David's fan Discord seemed to be a real issue, because messages reveal that many people that were active in his server knew things were not right. They noticed how David talked mostly to only certain types of fans that were women. As 2 people from the server
It's also very telling. He never seems to have any friends around him. Which, I don't know, for a black anime guy, that might not be that out of the ordinary. I'm trying to think of, like, all right, out of black anime guys that I know, and if there's any black anime guys in the chat, please enlighten me with your experience. But I guess the Lemaire, he's got friends with him. Although Lemaire's not afraid to travel solo, so I see a lot of Lemaire solo stuff. All right, yeah, it might not be that unordinary for a black anime guy to always be alone. Oh, come on, you got Ernie. What kind of fucking pervert keeps an Ernie doll? I guess Bert would be worse. But man, you got to be careful when, as a parent, you never want your kids to grow up to be black anime guys. It's, and I'm saying this, my kids, like, 2 of my kids are grown. My son is about 16, and it's a conversation my wife and I had in regards to, like, how we want to parent our children. And one of my only wishes as a dad was just, I just don't want them to grow up to be black anime guys, because they end up doing weird shit like this, man. And there, but for the grace of God, been, knock on wood, I'm 2 for 3, and I think my son's got a couple more years before he's out of black anime guy potential territory.
DM'd each other. He only adds certain girls. I know, right? And I'm not joking either. Another conversation even shares, David only talks to women from the server. They're also usually 15 to 16. This came from a reputable source that spent time with David since 2022. As the guy in the Discord conversations was the same guy who actually helped David with his music a few years ago, as he made a follow-up video today talking about the situation.
And I just want to clear up that the stuff from 2023 was not about the Celeste girl that was obviously recently in the news. It's nothing to do with her. I didn't know about her. I didn't know she was 13. I maybe heard her name once or twice. I had nothing to do with her. The stuff I have from 2023 was nothing to do with Celeste. These were other girls, underage girls, that had claimed David had messaged them or had, relationships with them, or, doing things with them. And I want people to know that in 2023, I did try and bring the situation to light. And a lot of people remember, I was having a lot of... It got so bad that David's legal team had got in contact with me to remove everything. I've attached...
The Tiffany M says her parents reported her as a runaway and police didn't care. What the fuck, man? Yeah, Surfboard Charlie. There are a lot of black anime guys in the NBA now. The NBA is in a state of disarray, man. There's so many good white boys and there's so many good black anime guys, and it's really, I don't know. It's causing chaos with the overall, I guess, quality of the league, because you need tops like 5 pretty good white boys in the league, and the rest of the guys are black dudes that you would 100% be afraid of. That's my NBA. just black guys who just, you know, shorts above the knee, just dick barely not peeking out from under them, and just absolute menaces who play like their lives depend upon it.
The email here that I received from his team in 2023, and basically they removed my song with David from, you know, streaming services because apparently I was spreading misinformation. The thing is, after that, I got in touch with David and I was like, yo, are the claims true and all of this? And he was like, he literally said, I've got it here. He said, no, it's just some people trying to get clout.
All right, Matt's balls. That's a good point. There's too many Jalen's on the hardwood right now. There might have to become, all right, I don't know when the NBA is up for another collective bargaining agreement, but I think they might have to put a Jalen limit on the league, because there's real concern that by, I think I saw a projection. It was Al Gore did a video. It was like, remember he did the documentary Inconvenient Truth? Well, he made one about the NBA, and he posted some stats which showed that by 2037, the entire NBA, every guy's going to be named Jalen. So unless we do something right now, I know there's a lot of Jalen deniers out there. They want to pretend like this isn't happening, but the facts are facts. You cannot deny that by 2037, Jalen's are going to be running shit and are going to be running the league.
You know, there's no evidence and stuff. After that, everything was shut down. Everything, you know, no one else came out after that.
To further prove that people knew things were off before Celeste was identified in the car, a Reddit comment revealed nearly everything about the situation. They knew of Celeste and David's connection with each other and detailed where Celeste was from before it was announced, with the comments saying, "This guy's a weirdo. A close friend's sister from the area ran away last year and this is who she was with. We think her sister was letting her go around. She was in the 7th grade at the time and the LAPD sweeped his place in the hills. I'm terrified that's who's in the car. Nobody has heard from her in months. I won't release names, but she's from Lake Elsinore." What makes the situation even weirder is that the police connected David to the Lake Elsinore area, as this photo was released of David, and he's allegedly paying people to keep his relationship with Celeste a secret. As this photo was located to be only a few minutes
up for that
names,
kid
but
right
she's
there.
from Lake Elsinore. What makes the situation even weirder is that the police connected David to the Lake Elsinore area, as this photo was released.
All right, look at this guy. This guy's got the most "I'll keep my mouth shut if you give me $10" vibe. Like, he just bought himself probably some Hardee's, some Carl's Jr., or some In-N-Out, and he sees little weird-ass David, who I've never seen a full profile. I'm going to guess that he's 5'6", which definitely, all right, more and more is being explained right now, but I do like how this Pixar character child is shaking David down and just be like, yo, take $10 out of your Dragon Ball Z wallet right now, or I'm going to the cops. Good for that kid, man. Somebody's standing up to David.
Of David, and he's allegedly paying people to keep his relationship with Celeste a secret, as this photo was located to be only a few minutes from where Celeste grew up. Lake Elsinore isn't the type of place that any random person from LA would go to, as it's 70 miles from downtown Los Angeles, meaning David specifically went out of his way to go there. Academics wrote, TMZ has confirmed that this photo shows singer David near the area where Celeste lived before she disappeared and was later found in the back of David's Tesla. The user who posted the picture alleges that David was paying people to keep Celeste's age a secret, but everything changed when David's unreleased music exposed what really happened, because a fan noticed David made.
Jake, if you're watching this, I demand that you pay me $1,000. I'm going to tell people your real age. You have 13 seconds to Venmo me $1,000, or I'm going to tell Jake Matera's real age. All right, the clock's ticking, Jake. Guys, in the chat, let me know what do you think Jake Matera's true age is, because it's not what he says it is. Jake's not pushing 40. He's a lot younger. Jake, you have 3 seconds. All right, so Lazy Dave says 53. All right, Jake's time's passed. I'm going to reveal your true age on this stream. Michael Trainer says Jake is 16. Jake is actually 11 years old. I didn't want to tell anybody, but, you know, you want to play hardball, Jake? All right, we got Jake does look like a 17-year-old. Richard Rosen, Jake. Thank you, brother. Thank you, homie. Yeah, Jake is 11 years old. I didn't want to tell anybody, and I thought it might go against Patreon bylaws. But, yeah, John and I have been podcasting with 11-year-old Jake Matera now for 5 years. And when we got him, if you go back and watch the podcast, he's noticeably younger. It's because he was 6 when Little Stinker started. So, Jake, you had an opportunity. Now your secret's out. And tough cookies, man. Yeah, Dunbar, yeah, I'm not good at this either, man. I think, yeah, you should have been paying, shouldn't you be paying John to keep that a secret? Yeah, you're 100% right. It's the same mindset as David had here. I'm paying the wrong people to keep quiet about this stuff. Yeah, thank you for the $2 British. I've never received British dollars before. That's so
a
nice.
song about a girl named Celeste in December 2023, and David sang some weird lyrics in the song. Celeste, the girl with my name tattooed on her chest, smell her on my clothes. I hear her voice each time I take a breath. I'm obsessed, as this all links back to the first report of the person found in singer David's Tesla has been identified as Celeste Rivas, who was reported missing on April 5th, 2024. David has canceled his tour stop in Seattle that was originally scheduled for tonight, but it's...
Hopefully everybody got their refund in Seattle, man. Golly, man. What the fuck? David, real no good, Nick, man. No redeeming qualities. Not even like an R. Kelly banger. Like R. Kelly, you know, I played 2 of his biggest bangers for you, and still great songs. But, yeah, unfortunately, David doesn't have the discography that R. Kelly has, and he's fucked now. No, I was thinking, listen, smoke detector chirp. No, those are only for good guys. So, by the way, if anybody in the chat wants a smoke detector chirp, if you want to shout somebody out in the chat that you think deserves a smoke detector chirp, let me know why you think they deserve one. And if anybody can confirm that those people, in fact, do deserve a smoke detector chirp, I'm happy to give you one, man. Oh, God, man. Yeah, coming up roses. I like calling him D4vid. Yeah, I do like that, man. Dude, what does the 4 signify in fucking David? I don't know, and I don't really want to look. Oh, yeah, James, good idea. Yeah, we're going to give Bud a chirp right now. All right, Bud, I love you so much, man. Yeah, Lost in the Sauce, great point. None of this kind of shit happened before 9/11, man. It's a real... Yeah, we're definitely... All right. I don't know. It might be too disrespectful to do one for a victim. Lazy Dave. Ooh, interesting point. All right. 4 equals A in computer. Yeah, gay. Yeah. All right, guys. So listen. You guys might... I realize some of you guys might not have had enough R. Kelly this stream, so I got a little more for you. So what I wanted to do is I want to start ending streams with a chapter from R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet. I don't know if you guys have seen it before, but it is truly a work of art. R. Kelly... This is chapter 1 of R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet. And Gorilla Brett, I'm going to give you your chirps, brother. Here you go, man. I got to hit Brett with some chirps real quick. Thank you, brother. But R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet is truly one of the great works of art of our time. And I don't think it ever got its due. And you could watch this thing 1,000 times and you'll discover new elements to it that you didn't know existed before. So each week I want to play a little bit of Trapped in the Closet so that we can fully digest all that R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet has to offer. And Michael Trainer pointed out earlier that R. Kelly's last album was a Christmas album. Eventually, yeah, I want to dig into that as well. D. Preston, whoa, buddy. All right, so we're going to rip into R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet. Now, what I think I want to do, and if you guys are cool with it, let's let it rip. We're going to let it play. No, actually, I think we'll all right. Yeah, maybe we'll let it play, and then we'll fucking go through and dig into different parts that we liked. just want to give a little background. So R. Kelly took a lady home last night, and he's hiding in her closet because her husband's coming home.
7 o'clock in the morning and the rays from the sun wakes me. I'm stretching and yawning in a bed that don't belong to me. Then a voice yells, "Good morning, darling," from the bathroom. Then she comes out and kisses me, and to my surprise, she ain't you. Now I've got this dumb look on my face, like what have I done? How could I be so stupid to have laid here till the morning sun? Lost the track of time. Oh, what was on my mind? From the club went to a home. Didn't plan to stay there long. Here I am, quickly trying to put on.
One of the great things about R. Kelly is that the lyrics they make sense, but they're not, he's not a songwriter in the sense of somebody like Chris Stapleton, or Jason Isbell, who are two of the top tier songwriters. It's R. Kelly is essentially just talking to you in a beautiful voice.
On my clothes, searching for my car keys, trying to get on up out the door. Then she stretched her hands in front of it, said, "You can't go this way." Looked at her like she was crazy. Said, "Woman, move out my way." I said, "I got a wife at home." She said, "Please don't."
Try to rationalize with a lady who you just porked and spent the night at her house that you have a wife at home. Only R. Kelly, man.
Go out
one
there.
of one.
Lady, I've got to get home. She said her husband was coming up the stairs. Shh, quiet. Hurry up and get in the closet. She said, "Don't you make a sound, or some shit is going down." I said, "Why don't I just go out the window?" Yes, except for one thing, we on the 5th floor. Shit, quick, put me in the closet.
Woo! Dude, the multiple shits, entirely appropriate. Fuck, man. R, why did you have to do it?
Now I'm in this darkest closet trying to figure out just how I'm gonna get my crazy ass about this house. Then he walks in and yells, "I'm home." She says, "Honey, I'm in the room." He walks in there with a smile on his face, saying, "Honey, I've been missing you." She hops all over him and says, "I've cooked and ran your bath water." Telling you now, this girl's so good that she deserves an Oscar. Throws her in the bed and starts snatching her clothes off. I'm in the closet like, man, what the is going on? You're not gonna believe it, but things get deeper as the story goes on. Next thing you know, a call comes through on my cell phone. I tried my best.
Oh, man. Crazy that when she was running his bathwater, that she didn't just be like, "Yo, I'm running a bath for my husband. You got to leave right now." They kind of brought this on themselves, if for in no other way than the bathwater hitting the tub should have been the indicator that I have to tell R. Kelly he's got to leave right now. But Monday morning quarterbacking, y'all.
Has to quickly put it on vibrate, but from the way he act, I could tell it was too late. He hopped up and said, "There's a mystery going on, and I'm gonna solve it." And I'm like, "God, please don't let this man open this closet." He walks in the bathroom.
A great comment by Worm Return. I'll give it to him for writing this, considering he can't read.
And look behind the door. She says, "Baby, come back to bed." He says, "Bitch, say no more." He pulls back the shower curtain while she's biting her nails. Then he walks back to the room. Right now I'm sweating like hell. Checks under the bed, then opens the dresser. He looks at the closet. I pull out my Beretta. He walks up to the closet, get closer to the closet. Now he's at the closet. Now he's opening the closet.
And that's chapter 1 of R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet. This is the opposite of Brad Pitt's Burn After Reading, man. This is how Brad Pitt wished he had reacted in Burn After Reading, man. There's excellent analysis in the chat here, man. There was the Nokia got him. I agree. Proto Cicada and Rehards Rosens. The drop sound is him popping his thumb out of his mouth. I agree, man, because somebody else, Coming Up Roses Gang said, "Is he in a water closet? Why the drops?" Yeah, there's a mystery going on, and I'm going to solve it. Yeah, brother, you are the cause and the subject of the fucking mystery, man. Dude, there are 33 chapters of R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet, man, and each one more intriguing than the next. I got to give you the spoiler alert. If you don't want to hear the spoiler alert, please know now is the time to smash your motherfucking computer. But at one point, there's going to be a midget. I know. That has to be the ultimate. Especially like if you're a little person, you're just like, oh, great. Your agent's like, Jim, we got a job offer. You're just like, great. What am I going to be, putting kids on Santa Claus's app? They're like, no, you're going to be starring in R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet. It's like, you are going to be playing a little person. This isn't like a Peter Dinklage, like, you're going to be normal, and you just so happen to be small. But it is R. Kelly, and it is not Christmas themed. You're just going to be a little guy in an R. Kelly video, which is the best that you can kind of hope for, because as much as little people like to complain about shit, like, there's never a shortage of work. If you're a midget who can't find work, you got problems. The problem is on you. It's not on the job market. It's not on the economy. It's not that people are ignoring your applications, your resume. It's you. How hard do you want to hustle as a little person? You should never not have pocket money. You should never have a quarter in your pocket if you are a little person. Then again, dude, a quarter is like a 45-pound plate at the gym to a little person. So, but maybe they get little, like a mini SD card as a debit card. I don't know, man. I need to learn more about midget finance. I don't know a lot. Is there a Jim Cramer for midgets? I don't know. There should be. If there's not, there needs to be. But guys, if you don't mind, I just want to talk to you guys as we wrap up another successful stream here on Morning Maniacs with Mike. I really love doing this shit, and I love that you guys do it with me, man. All right, Gorilla Brett, I have dwarf friends, and this one little motherfucker could smoke like he's Shaq size. I believe it, man. I love when they just show up and they're just like, yeah, I'm going to do all the shit that you guys do. I would say, like, the most little people I've ever seen. I thought they were disappearing for a while because it seemed like God just stopped making them. But when I went to Las Vegas for Skankfest the first time, it reignited my faith that they still exist. I think they just all move out west. It's like maybe there's like a little gold rush going on that we don't know about, because they all just ended up in Vegas. I don't know. Well, yeah, I guess I know the reasoning is because there's a lot of, little person based work out there. But, God bless them, man. Oh, Lost in the Sauce. You going to bring one? Yeah, man. I got a couple shows in New York coming up in about 3 weeks, and maybe I'll give a half price discount if they come out. Yeah, if you know any little people that want to come, half off. Just give me their Venmo, and I'd be happy to refund half of their ticket money. Worm Return says they're still pretty abundant in Asia too. It's weird that they don't drown them. Are they still drowning female babies in Asia? Because you would think that it's like, all right, well, you're having a boy, but he's forever going to be a boy. Gorilla Brett, he works at Firestone and comes to the bar. Oh, that's pretty sick. Yeah, I got to find one, man. It's been a while since I've had one in my life. I used to do open mics with Nick Novicki. You've probably seen him on Nate Bargatze's show. Very funny guy. I did open mics with him, but I think he was like the only little person I've really been around on a consistent basis at a period of my life. All right, Tiff says anyone 4 feet 10 and under classifies. I think, especially men. I think chicks, you could be like, all right, that's just a little lady. But I think if a man's 4'10", his job prospects just shot through the roof. He might not be shooting through the roof, but his job prospects are. I would like that. I would really take good care of him, Proto Cicada. If I had one, that's what I might seek out. Like some of you guys might know, I've been on a friend hunt, and I've never even considered the possibility of making that friend a little person, or maybe two little people in a trench coat, Little Rascal style. Wouldn't that be great if I found two small friends in the hunt for one friend? Oh my God, dude, that would be an M. Night Shyamalan, M, of course, referring to what you think it does, M. Night Shyamalan plot twist. Jamie, if you're listening to this and you're in the house, can you get me another cup of coffee, please? I would love that if you're here. Blink if you're here. But yeah, I got to try to find one, man. I wonder if is Craigslist still around? Maybe if I put an ad on Craigslist, I could be like, yo, this is serious. I promise you, I'm not going to throw you. I'm not going to exploit you. I'm not going to use you as a human fleshlight. I just want to spoil you rotten. Because I guarantee you, they've been put through the ringer, man. It's so unfortunate when you find out, what these people are subjected to and what they've been forced to do. And relative note, doesn't it seem odd that you can't rent Beetlejuice anymore? I hate that you can't pay. Like it's crazy. Like I had a personal interaction with Beetlejuice, and it remains the pinnacle of my comedy career. Like a couple months into doing stand-up, I got to do a show with Beetlejuice, and he was so kind and sweet, and just I got the full-on Beetlejuice experience. And if you had told me that would be the last interaction that I had with him, I would have never believed you. But here we are, 23 years later, and I still have not had another interaction with Beetlejuice, man. But one of the great injustices in this world is that you can no longer rent Beetlejuice. They used to be on jollydwarf.com. You could rent them. I don't remember what the price was. I imagine it was a couple G's, even back in the early 2000s. So now, shit, his price would probably... I would say if he was still on the market and still rentable, he would go for $5,000. What do you think the price would be for a Beetlejuice these days? Specifically Beetlejuice, not a Beetlejuice, because I know they're out there and they're all trying to make money off of his good name. But Coming Up Roses, they called it Beetlejuice because of the shrunken head guy in the movie Beetlejuice. Do you remember in the waiting room scene where the little shrunken head guy turns? And he looks just like him. Ah, that's it. You got to say Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Yeah, you got to say his name 3 times into a mirror. All right, I'm going to get a mirror here for the next stream. So I'm going to get my second screen set up so I can just screen share, and I don't have to do, we don't have to endure commercials anymore. And then I'm also going to get a mirror so that I can say Beetlejuice 3 times in the hopes that it'll bring him about. But it does seem odd that we can't rent Beetlejuice, right? You have access to everybody, even with the emergence of Cameo. It does seem odd, and I would even go so far as to say,
some ain't right.
In regards to the lack of Beetlejuice renting opportunities now, man. Oh, man. Doesn't sit right with me, man. It will never sit right that you can't get this poor guy, that you can't just pay. We could put it together. If there's got to be somebody out there. There's got to be some degree of association that I have that could lead me to Beetlejuice. What do they call it? 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. There's got to be 6 degrees of Beetlejuice as well. Out of all the guys in comedy that I know, somebody has to have access to Beetlejuice. I'm going to put it out into the universe right now. Please, if you're watching this and you have access to Beetlejuice, I promise you, you have my word, hand to heart, that if I can have an hour with him, I want to get him on Getting Some Head. I want to interview him. If I have an hour of Beetlejuice to myself, I will care for him as though he is a sick baby. He will get treated like Lindsay Lohan gets treated when the Saudi princes bring them over there for their purposes. I wouldn't dream of giving Beetlejuice the Lindsay Lohan treatment. Proto Cicada, I have a feeling that's what stopped the Beetlejuice renting. Someone abused the Beetlejuice rental agreement. That would probably be it. No, dude, I don't want any baby alien shit. That little creep can stay on the goddamn bang bus or whatever bus he's on, man. I want no parts of baby alien, man. I want Beetlejuice or real Beetlejuice or nothing at all. Oh, man. I'm going to get it. I'm going to find access to Beetlejuice. Come hell or high water, I'm going to get my Beetlejuice. Well, guys, we had a lot of fun today, man. I can't thank you guys enough for making this shit so much fun. I really enjoyed doing this. I'll be back again next Saturday. And actually, what is today? The 11th? Ooh, actually, I'm going to be back on Thursday night, the 16th. I'm going to be doing a live mukbang. I'd even go so far as to call it a mic bang. I'm going to be eating a shit ton of food, which is all relative to Execute a Prisoner last meals, and I hope you'll join me for that, man. Yeah, please hit the like button, man. It helps support the channel, and it helps get the word out there that fun stuff is happening. I appreciate you guys. But yeah, this Thursday night, I'm going to be doing a mic bang where I'm eating people's last meals. I can't wait for that shit. And then Saturday the 18th, I'm going to be doing another Morning Maniacs with Mike. And I hope you'll join me for that, man. I really enjoy doing this stuff, man. And, Lazy Dave, the Rain Train Barbecue is on your birthday. I'm happy, and I look forward to seeing you there, brother. Yeah, if you guys can fucking make it, I'm going to, the date of the Rain Train Barbecue, which I hope you guys can make it out to, is on August 30th, Sunday, August 30th at Ridley Creek State Park in Delco. Everybody's welcome to join me. Just come hang out. There's no fucking tickets or anything. Just come hang out. It's just a regular ass barbecue where I get to hang out and meet everybody and see again all the people that support me and just show you that I appreciate you. And we usually have food, and if you want to bring something extra, feel free to bring something extra, but up to you. Tommy Appleseed. Dude, I would love to do a few of them at different parts around the country, man. So that's one of the long-term goals. Right now, I'm at a point where I have to relegate the Rain Train Barbecue to just one specific area. And I have it in Delco because, that's just that's been my home base for so long. And if Beetlejuice willing, things continue to grow and, I'm able to grow financially, I would love to have a couple different barbecues so that I can accommodate much more people. So that would be so much fun, man. And yeah, Beetlejuice willing, that'll happen in the near future. But for this year, there's going to be one barbecue, and it's going to be in beautiful Delco, PA. So join me Thursday night. I'm going to post reminders that I'll be doing the mukbang on Thursday night, and then next Saturday morning at 10 a.m. It is a bring your own wiener event, so please know that. But there will be wieners there for you to indulge in. It is in the woods. There is a nice bathroom there, and the bathroom is a tried and true suck-off bathroom. So just know that if you're in the market, God knows, who knows what you'll find in there. But yeah, a couple good streams coming up. There's going to be streams just about every week, man. And I'll either do one or two a week. I really love doing this shit, and I love that you guys take part in it with me. And yeah, I really look forward to seeing you guys on Thursday night on this channel on the Mike Bang. It's going to be live. It's going to be a live stream. And yeah, if there's anything specific that you want me to add to it, I got a bunch of random last meals lined up for it. But hit me up between now and Thursday night if there's something specific that you want to see me scarf down, and I'll be happy to do it. But love you guys. Thank you for making this shit fun, and I'll see you on the next Morning Maniacs with Mike. Later, guys.